One of the behaviors exhibited by cats that often perplexes owners is when their feline companion initiates licking, only to abruptly transition into giving an unexpected bite. And of course, one wonders why they do it, etc., etc. This is what we are going to talk about in the video. Well, to clearly explain to you the meaning of this extremely curious behavior. The rationale behind why cats engage in licking behavior is actually quite straightforward. Licking in cats is predominantly a social behavior, essentially observed in approximately 99% of instances. The feline employs its tongue, which you will observe possesses small spikes resembling keratin protrusions that are specifically designed for the purpose of grooming its fur coat and maintaining optimal cleanliness. Grooming in cats is a social phenomenon. A cat, as humans would say, gives each other a handshake or a pat on the back. A way of relating to each other is by licking each other. It is a form of social interaction and communication among cats. I am convinced that you have seen it on more than one occasion, and of course what happens? That you also consider yourself a cat, a big cat. Therefore, one way to show you their love, their affection, and above all their respect is to treat you like a cat, therefore constantly licking you. Because, in addition, it is very important for the cat to perceive, and this is something that it also does, through a series of sensors that it has in its tongue, the pheromones, smells, and other things that we traditionally or normally emit. Therefore, for the cat, it will not only be a phenomenon of relationship and gratitude, but also a sense of feeling much more integrated with you. The behavior of biting is indeed a behavior since it has multiple explanations, some of which are not entirely pleasant or desirable in certain situations. At times, cats bite primarily because, without realizing it, we have disturbed them in some manner. We have interrupted an activity that the cat was engaged in, which it was doing with immense pleasure, and one method to indicate its disapproval is to merely give you a quick bite. It is additionally a warning sign to inform you, hey, do not touch me there, or let's cease playing, I am not in the mood anymore. However, at the same time, it is also a demonstration of love and affection. It can be an expression of affection and love because when they are playing, particularly in younger kittens, it occasionally occurs that the cat becomes excited and still lacks control over the strength of its jaw, resulting in a bite. Alternatively, it may simply be a bite that the cat, when it is older, gives us as a form of communication indicating its comfort. This gesture is very similar to kneading, which is sometimes done with their paws. Therefore, the bite can also be interpreted as a more profound display of affection compared to just licking. And what does it mean when they lick you and simultaneously give you a bite? Essentially, it has a couple of very straightforward explanations. The initial factor is that perhaps the feline no longer desires to be with you, wants to distance itself. It was licking you, you were comfortable, the situation was very pleasant to you. You are holding it back a little without realizing it, against its will, and the feline bites you. It is not of significant importance, it is typically not a strong bite, so let's forget about it. And secondly, it is a component of what is referred to as grooming, that is, a component of the cat's grooming process. The cat was grooming you, licking you, and as part of this grooming, it is something they also do among themselves. They give small bites with which they intend to make the brushing they were doing with their tongue, that continuous licking, a little more effective. Okay? Do you comprehend and understand what I'm saying? No more. Thanks and see you next time. Take care. Goodbye.